Hello. Hi everyone. And happy Wednesday. Hope you all are doing well. And it's been a really busy and interesting Wednesday if say so myself. I'm just turn that off. Um we'll get into the good stuff in a little bit, but yeah. First, sorry for no Monday stream. Some stuff happened, but all taken care of. And hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a pretty okay weekend. Still getting through my Ethernet installation with my friend. We're just in the last room, which is going to be the hardest room, and we're going to get to that this weekend. So I'm pretty excited for that. Um, but we had a lot of stuff happen, especially today. Which we'll get into in a little bit. um, I really didn't have a ton of things. Yes, Mario Flocka, thank you so much for the 18 months. Thank you so much. And yes, ready for Kenobi. That's one of the things I was going to talk about, but let's talk about that now. So they released the thank you, Mario. So they released the release date for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and it is going to be May 25th. Now, if you're unaware, what happened May 25th? May 25th, 1977 is when Star Wars was released. And so May 25th has always had a very big significance in Star Wars. I believe Return of the Jedi also came out on the 25th as well. Obviously 82 instead of 77 because there was no 83 instead of 77. Um and I think one of the prequels came out. I know all the prequels, all the movies came out around the 25th if they didn't land on the 25th, because they all came out on a Wednesday until the Disney ones. But yeah, I'm super excited for Obi-Wan. I did not watch anything of Boba Fett nor the Mandalorian because I tried the Mandalorian. I didn't like it, and I hate Boba Fett. So why would I watch a show with a character I hate? But I do know what happens, and most of it sounds boring. So, but Obi-Wan, I'm excited for. Super excited. I thought. I'm trying to see if there was anything else that came up. Let's see. The trailer for Lightyear came out, so it's the Buzz Lightyear movie, but it's based on the actual character of Buzz Lightyear, not the toy Buzz Lightyear, if that makes any sense. But it looks really cool. I can't wait for it. Um, yeah, that's about it until we get to the big stuff. So let's go ahead and kind of lay out what we're doing tonight. So tonight we're going to be playing some Chrono Trigger. Now, if you know, I've been saying forever that I was going to grind to level 100, but yeah, that didn't happen. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do it tonight essentially. Hopefully this all right. Yeah, I'm going to use the website so I can have everything. So let's see here. So yeah, all we're gonna do tonight is talk about the Nintendo Direct and play some Chrono Trigger because something Chrono related was announced today. So yeah, so we're not gonna do New Game Plus, the option just yet. But we are gonna do New Game Plus content. So I'm calling this New Game Plus to the level grind to do the 2 portals and then start New Game Plus. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna start that. But anyway, how are you guys doing? How's your Wednesday been? So we're probably in Lavos, yeah. And Mario, again, thank you so much for the resub. How are you doing? We are doing really, really well. Hope the weather's treating you guys well down there. Also, just an update on my new stream layout. It is still coming along. I'm almost done. So we're probably gonna be starting that probably next week. I'll debut it. There's a couple things I need to do, but for the most part, it's ready to go. Just noticed my head's cut off a little bit. There we go. there we go. All right. All right, so I was looking around, and this is the best place to level grind. Now, we did beat the Black Omen in 1000 AD, but if you beat it in 1000, you'll still have it in 600 and it's 12,000 BC. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go through this level again. But we're gonna use this place to level grind. Now it's gonna be kind of boring tonight. We're just gonna be going back and forth in the battles. So that's kind of why it's a perfect way to talk about the Nintendo Direct. So let me pull up that list again. All right. So, and you all were aware, or if not, now you will be. There was a Nintendo Direct today. So in case you're not aware what Nintendo Direct is, every once in a while, usually every quarter or so, real quick. Every quarter or so, Nintendo, well, a lot of other companies do too, but Nintendo does basically a video showcasing something. It's usually a multitude of games, but sometimes it is just one game. For example, they've had Smash, they've had different Pokemons. What else have they had? Animal Crossing. So they've had a lot of different. This is the place. Yeah, I might have to. Okay. So anyway, there's a lot of different things that they showcase. Oh, we're all got stopped. Okay. So today was a Nintendo Direct, the first of 2022, and we knew some things were coming out. Like Kirby's coming out next month. We already had some things teased and announced, but today's Direct was really cool, really, really good. So we're gonna kind of go game by game, line by line. Hold on. I want to get some cures real quick. I think it's up here. So, the Direct was about 40 minutes, and the games they showcased were first they started out with Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So this is a Dynasty Warriors light game. So like, if you've ever played Dynasty Warriors, it's basically one person against an army. and the point is just to kill as many people as possible. Kill as many enemies as possible. There's Hyrule Warriors, there's Dragon Warrior, Heroes, I think it's called, because Dragon Warrior sounds dumb. But they also have a Fire Emblem one. This one's actually the second. It's called Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I personally am not a Dragon Warriors fan, or Dragon Warrior, a Fire Emblem fan. So this game really doesn't hold much interest for me. But I mean, it's a warrior, you know, it's a Dynasty Warriors game. It looks fun. Those games are fun. So yeah, I mean, it didn't start out the best for me, but I mean, it's not bad. They could have started out with worse, something worse. Then they moved on to Advanced Wars 1 and 2, the remake, which was already announced. But they did have a release date. They announced it was going to be April 8th, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'll pick it up day one, but I'll definitely pick it up at some point. Then got attack. Level up. All right. Then they announced that No Man's Sky is coming to the Switch. If you're unaware what No Man's Sky was, there was this really ambitious game. I want to say 2016-ish. They were promising like basically a galaxy of worlds and all this other stuff. Unfortunately, when the game came out, nothing what they were promising happened. But as the years went on, they added on top of it, and what they promised eventually came to fruition. So now, No Man's Sky is a very popular game, a very lucrative game. I think this is the area. How much life do you take? Not that much. Except when you do it twice. So No Man's Sky is coming to the Switch. You stop killing my healer. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Let me get Marl. Well, we won the battle. Okay. Okay, so going back, No Man's Sky was announced for Nintendo Switch. That's coming out this summer, which is kind of cool. Then, the first game that I got super excited for, they announced that Mario Strikers, they're making a new Mario Strikers game. It's called Mario Strikers Battle League. If you're unfamiliar with the Mario Strikers game, essentially what it is a Mario soccer game, or football if you're not from America. So it's the Mario soccer game. And this is going to be the third one. The other two were on the GameCube and the Wii, respectively. They were really, really fun games. And I'm really looking forward to this one. They were really focusing on online support, and it's a 5-on-5 game, but you're also gonna have like teams or groups where it is up to like 20 people, leagues up to 20 people, which is really cool. So that's coming out in June. Super, super excited for that one. I really hope to find some people to play with, because that'd be kind of fun. Then they announced Splatoon 3, a Splatoon 3 update, which, okay, whatever. You know, I'm not huge into Splatoon, but it is what it is. So, let's see. Another one, Splatoon 3. Yeah, it's called something salmon. Inklings are battling salmonoids, which I guess if you're into Splatoon, that makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Kingdom Hearts, and that game is crazy bonkers. So, then next is, oh boy, it's a game that has a lot of mixed feelings from me. It's been rumored for a while that a remake of Chrono Cross was going to happen. Now, if you're unaware where Chrono Cross is, it was touted as a sequel to this game, Chrono Trigger. In reality, it is a loosely based clusterfuck of a dumb story that is loosely based by just being in the same world. It is 2% at most a Chrono Trigger sequel. And that's giving it a lot of, and that's giving them that percentage generously. The game itself is alright. The story made no sense. It's even more convoluted than Kingdom Hearts story. But I don't consider it a sequel to Chrono Trigger. It is an adjacent game that is set in the same universe and the same timeline. But the fact that no characters show up in it from the original game, no characters show up. No, well, it's a technicality, but yeah, it's so loosely based, I wouldn't call it a sequel. However, that being said, I should probably have waited. Oh well. The remake is coming out. It was announced during the Switch, or the Nintendo Direct, obviously. But it's also coming to PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. So, and it's going to be $20. So as much as I hate the game, and hate is only because I hate the game because of the way it was marketed as a Chrono Trigger sequel when it's not. Because, like I said, the game itself is okay. If you take out the Chrono Trigger stuff, I mean, it's fine. It's okay. So eventually I will pick it up, but I'm not in a rush to. However, the one good thing is that they're going to be including the mid-game between the two called Radical Dreamers. It's where Kid is introduced, where Magus is kind of hinted at, and a couple of other things. But it's never been released outside of Japan, so playing it, you know, being able to play it will be kind of cool, even though it's just text-based. That is coming out April 7th. So for $20, if you like Chrono Cross, cool. I don't. But again, I'm probably gonna get it when it's on sale. I think it's digital only though. Oh, to mark against it, but it is what it is. The next thing they announced was the Portal 1 and 2 combo pack for Switch, which is kind of cool. I hadn't seen that it was announced for anything else, but I have never played the Portal games. I've seen people play the Portal games. They look kind of fun, so I think that this one's also going to be $20. no no date yet, but they said it's going to be available later this year, which is kind of cool. Then after that, they announced a really cool game, which honestly should have been released a while ago, but it is what it is. So if you had a Wii, more than likely you had Wii Sports. If not, you had Wii Sports Resort. They're basically mini games, so like there's golf, baseball, or home run derby, soccer, a whole bunch of different games. Well, now they're making a Switch version. So it uses the Joy-Cons as motion censored controllers. Let's see, they announced tennis, bowling, soccer, badminton, and volleyball. They also announced that there's going to be, the soccer was coming later, and you can actually use the leg strap from the Ring Fit Adventure. So if you have that, you can use that in the future. And it's also going to have online play, so that's kind of cool. The game's coming out April 29th, and free upgrades in the fall will add golf. So, really cool there. Then they also announced Metroid Dread DLC, free DLC, where they're adding Dread mode, which is basically one-hit kill mode. They're also adding Murky mode, so you're getting a super easy and a super hard mode. And they also announced in April they'll be adding a boss rush. So I don't know if I'll jump back into it, but it is something to think about, and also at least some new content, so that's kind of cool. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more. They also let's see here, Triangle Tactics is still coming out, the Square Enix game. They also did announce a Square Enix game that came out, that never came out in the US. It's called Live Alive, or Live Alive. It's a remake, and it's a HD 2.5 or 2.5D HD remake. It looks really cool, and it looks right up my alley. So I'm definitely interested in picking that one up at some point. I'm gonna skip one, but they also they ended the show with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. While I've never played a Xenoblade game, I have heard good things about it. So, and I do have the first game, and I have the Wii U X game, Chronicle X game. Oh, I'm out of magic. Okay. Stop stealing my magic points. So yeah, that looks kind of cool, especially for those who enjoy the other Xenoblade games. The last one that I want to talk about is for Mario Kart 8. So if you didn't, so a little bit of history. Mario Kart 8 originally came out on the Wii U in 2014. It was, I think it was the best-selling Wii U game, but I don't remember. However, because no one really has the Wii U, when they released the Switch, they ported it over, called it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and added in the 2 DLC packs. which included Link and Villager as playable characters, along with some more tracks. And that happened in 2017, and since 2017, Mario Kart 8 has become one of the best-selling video games on the Switch. And not only that, but it tops the sales chart every single time. So essentially everyone has this game. Or normally, almost anybody who has a Switch has Mario Kart 8. So today what they did is they announced that starting in March up until the end of 2023, in 6 different waves, they are going to be releasing a total of 48 tracks. So they're going to do 8 tracks at a time. And they're going to be more redone tracks from older Mario Kart games. From Mario Kart 1 on the Super Nintendo all the way to the mobile game. So they are really adding in a lot of new content for Mario Kart. Now, there are 2 options to get this DLC. The first is you pay for it for $25. You pay $25, you get all the courses, everything's good to go. If you have the Nintendo or the Switch Online expansion pack, so if you can get the N64 games and the Genesis games, they are actually adding it onto that as well. So now it'll include N64, Genesis, Animal Crossing DLC, and the Mario Kart 8 DLC, which is really cool. You don't need to buy it if you have that already. And as I mentioned, the first wave comes out March 18th. So yeah, it was really cool to see that. From there, I don't think there was. I mean, there was a couple of other things, but those are the big things that caught my eye. Oh wait, I forgot. Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings were added to the Switch Online service. I've never played Earthbound, so maybe one day I'll play it now that it's on Switch Online. Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, it was a lot, but and there were some other things that I don't remember, but also the site that I'm looking at doesn't have everything apparently, because it doesn't mention that. About the Earthbound. So, yeah, it was a busy day today. And I am super excited for a lot of this stuff. I'm actually thinking that... Oh wait, that was Luca that needed help. Whoopsie. He'll be fine. I'm actually thinking that when the new tracks come out, I'll do it comes out on a Friday, so maybe I'll do like a Fan Friday where I start a room and just play with people from the community and anybody else who wants to drop in. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that was most of the news today. What are you guys excited for? Yeah, like I meant, but like I said, also with this, we're just gonna be grinding, so we're just gonna go back and forth. So it's gonna be a little boring. We have a chance to just chat it up and talk about what everyone else has been up to, about all this gaming news and everything else. I love Chrono Trigger. What am I at? 57. Okay, so gonna take a while to get to 100. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to get it done tonight, but all right. Oh, what? Alright, whatever. I thought I selected her. Like, why is she taking so long to cast? Oh my god, come on, guys. So what else have you guys been up to lately? How's work been treating you? How's life been treating you? Any news to report? Good, bad, or indifferent? Hopefully good. Or at least indifferent. Turn down the music. Well, the music's a good level. Turn down it on my end. Also, from what I've been reading online, not a lot of people are happy with the Book of Boba Fett. Which, yeah, what'd you expect from one of the most overrated characters in Star Wars? I know people liked the episodes not involving Boba Fett, so there's that. But I'm really looking forward to the Obi-Wan show for a lot of reasons. But I'm really excited to see what they do with that show. But we will have one show in the middle, Moon Knight, which I'm super excited for. Can't wait to watch that one. Speaking of shows, I'm looking to get like a list of shows I should be watching. If you guys have any show suggestions, let me know. I've heard Yellow Jacket's really good, so that's on my list. Let's see, what else have I heard? I still need to finish Squid Game, and I need to watch the Queen's Gambit. What else? What other shows have hear about good things about. Oh, I need to watch Witcher Season 2. I still haven't watched that. But it took me forever to get through the first season of The Witcher. It wasn't bad. It was just... I don't know. It didn't hold my attention. I still need to finish The Flight Attendant, too, so... That one's on HBO Max. I gained 2 levels, or at least 2 people gain levels, so that's good. Guys, they still my HP. So dumb. Also, I'll need to find. I think one of these guys I can steal turbo ethers from. It's going to be helpful. So yeah, for this week's been treating me okay. Work's been kind of, you know, work. Nothing really important, nothing big to report. But yeah, like I said, I'm working on my new layout, and I hope to show it off next week. One thing I also need to do is, besides clean a bunch of rooms one by one in my house, I want to redo my cabling. Yeah, I want to redo the cabling under my desk, so I need to get some stuff for that. I'm pretty much gonna keep a lot of the stuff that's already there. It's just I had it set up, and then over the last year, I've added new things and just kind of put it on top. Not really, maybe running cable, but not like really running cable. And so now that I'm a little bit more familiar with it, I can do it more efficiently. And I'll probably get some new I'm using HDMI switches to switch from my work computer and personal computer for my monitors. And I know at some point I'm going to get a streaming computer. I'm gonna get some new HDMI switches and just hook those up. That way they're ready. I'm trying to think when I get to other characters what they're gonna be able to do. The Magus has a AoE. Frog kind of has it. Well, he does have an AoE, but it's not as strong. Ayla does not have an AoE. Robo does. So maybe I'm trying to think. Who do I switch out? The thing is, if I keep Chrono, he's gonna be one of the first ones to reach level 100. And so I'll need to take him out. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Also, now that Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct, all eyes are on... Well, Sony had one, but it was for Gran Turismo 7. But now eyes are back onto them or Microsoft to announce something new. Of course, Microsoft's just buying studios left and right. But there's the Sony State of Play and whatever Microsoft calls their game updates. I wonder who's going to be next, and if what we'll get for news. Be kind of interesting to see what happened in that regard. Oh, also, Square released a small trailer of the walk to Narshe from the Final Fantasy VI Pixel remaster, and it looks good. It looks really good. So, right now the Pixel remasters are only on PC and mobile, but I've been hearing rumors that they might release it on console at some point. Which I hope, because I think it's a stupid idea that they didn't. Wait, why didn't that kill them? Did I run out of magic? I think I did. Let me see. Isn't there like a save point down here? No, it's over here. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. So my plan is get to level 100 for everybody. Obviously, like I said, we're not going to get to it tonight, but get to level 100 for everybody. Do the whirlpools. Come on. Yes, there you go. I'm starting to slow down a bit for some reason. So yeah, do the whirlpools, then do the New Game Plus stuff. Because I'll be at level 100, it shouldn't take too long for me to go through all the different endings. I imagine at least a week's worth of stream. Oh, you're about to watch the direct. Also, hi, Sajiro. Hope you're doing well. About to watch it? Yeah, watch it. It's fire. It's awesome. It's one of the best directs in a long time. Like, the only thing I could honestly say that was missing was a new Smash character that everyone wanted. What are the best grinds points? So there's two big grinds points. It's right here where I'm at. And there's also one in the robot factory with the conveyor belt. But I've already beat it, so the factory shut down. And this one's a little bit better because there's a little bit more experience you can get. But these guys take away a lot more life. Super tired. Work has been out of control the last weeks. Yeah, that time of year for you. Yeah, I'm in the Black Omen. I'm in the Black Omen in 1600, so... I beat it in 1000 AD. Oh, you switched tax softwares. Yeah, I remember you saying that you had like a bunch of meetings about the change. I mean, I know it's growing pains. Yeah, learning a new one's a pain in the butt, but is it better? I mean, obviously learning outside of that. Also, I told you a lot of what happened during the direct, but watching it is awesome. So have fun watching it. It's gonna be good. And teaching it to everyone is always a pain. The things that it can do are amazing. Be worthwhile in the wrong one. Yes, exactly. I still got a lot of turbo ethers. That's my feeling on any new software where I know what it can do. It's that in the long run, it'll be better. Really need to do something to get Lucas' speed up. I'm gonna skip through it. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem. It's Fire Emblem Warriors, so it's fine to skip that. I kind of wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, it's easier for me to internalize it, but to get to... Okay, well, need to do about this guy. Yeah, Advance Wars. We already knew about that. Yeah, Nathan would like it. I might pick it up at some point if it's cheap enough. Let's see if I can do something about Lucas' speed. Because her speed's at 12. And they are at 14. Yep. I want to get rid of the gold stud, because that's the point. Do I have any D-tabs? Of course not. I have strength and magic, but not speed. Yeah. Yeah, I have the Game Boy one, and I liked it. it was pretty fun. But yeah, Nathan would really like it. Nathan might also like the other Square tactics game that's coming out. Oh yeah, they're redoing the front mission games. The first 2 front mission games. They're kind of tactic based. Nathan might like those. But of course they're mech, so maybe not. Who knows? Triangle strategy, yeah. Oh, he didn't like front mission? Yeah. Yeah, the name is stupid. I will agree with that. It's a game called Triangle Strategy. What's it about? It's about strategies of triangles. Yeah, Mario Strikers looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, where am I at? 60? Alright. I was at level 60. Only 40 more to go, so I've gained 7 levels in about an hour. Hi, Thorin. Oh, I think it might be Thorin time. Mario Striker? Oh, she'll love Mario Strikers. Oh. Hi, Thorin. Oh, it's Thorin time. Hi, Thorin. Hi. Hey, Thorin. It's Thorin time. Hold on. Hey, you a good boy? Yes, you're a good boy. Yeah, Mario Tennis is pretty fun. That was Thorn saying hello. Yeah, I have Mario Tennis. I should play it a little bit more. Splatoon 3. Yeah, they announced Splatoon 3, but this is like the first gameplay they had on it. Yep, June 10th. Can't wait for it. If you pick it up, I might pick it up day one. Yeah, Maddie does love Splatoon. I think she'll like the new one. Alright, cool, yeah, let me know, and maybe we can play together sometime or something. Yeah, because Mario Strikers on Wii was a lot of fun. I played a little bit of the GameCube, and that was fun too. What's after Splatoon? What was after Splatoon? I think they announced, I think it was Front Mission was after Splatoon. I don't remember. But yeah, Mario Strikers looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Front Mission, yeah. I wonder how many shelters I have. It doesn't have it in here. Probably because I can't use it. Yeah, the Disney racing game looks fun. And it's good that it's free to play. Yeah, that means it'll be a bunch of microtransactions, but you just don't have to get that stuff. You don't want it. All right, it's time to go to a save point. I think there's one up here. Nope, don't want to go this way. We'll go down. Oh yeah, they announced Force Unleashed 1 and 2 coming to Switch, which is really cool because Force Unleashed was amazing. Like the first one was pretty good. So the first one was pretty good, but some of the stuff was a little wonky. I'd still give it like at least a 4 out of 5. The second one was even better. It was just short. If the second one was longer, then the second one would have been a perfect game. Yeah, they're always for like $3 on Steam. I'd definitely say to play them. Yeah, we'll just give her just a little bit of health. And she's dead, so let's see. I should probably get out of here and buy some stuff. Same with the Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's a really good game. Hi, Tyrion. Now Tyrion wants to say hi. Come here, Tyrion. Whoa, gotcha. Hi, Tyrion. Hi. How are you? Yeah, you got to see both puppies in today's stream. Yeah. But it's only going to be $20, so... but I think it's going to be digital only. Which, I don't know if... I mean, Limited Run probably won't do it, but they did Scott Pilgrim, which is a Ubisoft game, so... Who knows? But yeah, Chrono Cross... if it was not called Chrono Cross and was just called Alternate Dimension the game, I'd probably like it more. Yeah, it's available April 7th, I think. Let's see. Put Robo in real quick. Yeah. Yeah, Chrono Cross. Like I said, if it was just called Dimension Jumping the Game or something, I'd probably like it a little bit more. But they were like, oh, it's the sequel to Chrono Trigger. It's like, cool. And then you play, you're like, this has nothing to do with Chrono Trigger. Lied to me. Where's this stupid save point? Right here? Oh, here it is. Where is it? There it is, shelter. How much money do I have? Yeah, I'm gonna go and buy some stuff real quick. Yeah, as much as I hate it, I'm still gonna buy it because I want Square to make Chrono Trigger 3. Or a real Chrono Trigger 2. I want them to make Chrono Break. I should probably save at this save point too. Oh, Green, you okay? Hit your head. Are you okay? Yeah, you're okay. He's okay. He didn't hit his head too hard. Ian's super excited for Sunday. Because Sunday's the Puppy Bowl. And some football game, I think. But it's the Puppy Bowl. So super excited for that. I found a video of the first Puppy Bowl he watched. Because we got Tyrion in August, so the first Puppy Bowl he watched was the February after. And I have pictures of him watching it. It's hilarious, it's funny and cute. Right, Tyrion? You're ready for the Puppy Bowl, huh? Yes, you are. Hi. Yeah, Kirby does look pretty cool. Nope. Yeah, I'll pick up Kirby at some point, especially if I hear good things about it, but I'm gonna wait for like Black Friday when it's on sale, if it ever goes on sale, but you know how Switch games get. Oh yeah, there's a game sale going on at Gamefly right now. Need to look at those games. Good boy. Get down. He's shedding so much because of his winter coat. Probably kill tomorrow. Oh yeah. Kingdom Hearts Cloud version. Yeah, I heard that they're pretty terrible. I mean, maybe they'll fix it by the time, but a lot of people who have been playing like the betas and all that doesn't look good. I wasn't gonna buy it on Switch anyway, but to the people who were, like, just get it on something else. It'll be cheaper anyway. right, let's go buy some stuff. What you got? Yeah, you're selling cheap. LV's cheap. Shelters, yeah, let's load up on shelters. Clean waters. Yeah, let's get 11. Fine. Yeah, let's check out the other towns. Mid potions. Yeah, let's pick up on some mid potions. Yeah, let's just max it out. I got tons of money. How much is it if I max it out? 13? That's not bad. I wonder if anybody sells ethers. I don't remember if they do. Go back to the past real quick. Yeah, Live Alive looks really cool. I want to get that one. That game looks right up my alley. I think it's... I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I think it's an RPG more than an action RPG, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a vortex I need to go to. No, not there. I mean, I'll probably... Where's the new ad? Didn't he sell stuff? Yeah, he sells stuff. Load up on some high potions. Ethers, yeah, let's load up. Okay, I think I'm good then. Alright, now I don't need to use turbo ethers, and I know where I can buy them. Go to 16. Good. There's the other vortex I need to go to. Let's land right here so I can save. Maybe that's something we can look into right now is what Live Alive looks like, or Live Alive. I think it's called Live Alive. Because Live Alive wouldn't make sense. And Live Alive or Live Alive. Yeah, I'll need to look into it. I want to see what kind of game it is. Let's see here. Why is Square Enix giving Live Alive more respect in Final Fantasy VI? They're really not. Yeah, Switch Sports looks like it's gonna be fun, and the fact that it's online makes it really cool. So it's a role-playing. Text. Yep, Chrono Trigger. What's up, Nathan? How's it going? Playing one of the greatest games of all time. Right now, I'm just grinding for levels because I want to get to level 100 so I can start doing the New Game Plus stuff. So we're just hanging out, talking about the Nintendo Direct and everything that came up on it. Well, not everything, but a lot of the things. But how are you doing, Nathan? How's it going? Yeah, it's your favorite game of all time. It's my second favorite game of all time. I don't know where Sejiro puts Chrono Trigger, but I know it's really high up there. So yeah, one of the greatest games ever made. That's okay. Well, me and Sejiro can talk your way through it. We've been talking about it because he's like skimming through it right now. Yeah, up there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, even Sejiro says you should watch it. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. There's very few bad things, and even the bad things are like, well, it's not terrible, but it's not my cup of tea. Actually, no, I need to... Oops. Look at this guy. He doesn't just keep spamming fire at me. Yeah, there's a lot of good Switch games coming out. They're making a new Mario Striker, so the Mario soccer game. They're making a new one of those. They're adding a whole bunch of tracks into Mario Kart 8 starting next month. Yeah, Splatoon 3. They announced Splatoon 3 a while ago, but they did show some gameplay on it. What else did they? Yeah, Cuphead DLC. They did show that. I mean, they already announced, but they did give it a date. I think it was like June 10th or something. Oh yeah, there's a new Wii Sports for Switch. They're calling it Switch Sports, but it's Wii Sports for Switch. Whoever told you no is an idiot, because Cuphead is hard, but it's good. Me and Sejiro were playing it one year, and yeah, it's hard, but it's Nintendo hard. I'd say get Cuphead, because it's a lot of fun. You'll get frustrated, but it's all about pattern recognition. Oh yeah, Maddie would not like it. She is not ready for Cuphead. Hi, Maddie! Yeah, she would break the controller. You would not have fun. Like, if you're looking for a game to just kind of sit back and play and just kind of zone out, no, Cuphead is not that. But also, hi, Maddie, how are you? Yeah, Sejiro told you no. Well, he's kind of right. If you're talking about a game for Maddie, no, he's right about that. A game for you, you might like it. He does have, Sajiro has it, so you should probably try it out if you want to see if you might like it. Yeah, Maddie would not have a good time with that game. Stop whining. She says she's good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Maddie wanted to play it. The aesthetics are good, but it's, if she can play like Mega Man games really well, then I'd say she could be pretty good at Cuphead. But I imagine she has not gotten to Mega Man yet. Yeah, I wish there was like an easier version of Cuphead for kids, because I know kids would love the like the artwork and stuff. But they are making a Cuphead show. They're making a Cuphead cartoon, so I want to say Netflix, and it looks exactly like the game. She likes Splatoon. Yeah, it's not Splatoon. Yeah, the music's really good, but the game is definitely for older kids. Because the thing is that if you, so it's basically just a big boss rush with a couple of stages in between. If you die, you have to start all the way from the beginning. There's like no checkpoints, no save points. Well, after you, I mean, there's save points, but it's only after you beat a boss that's when the save point is. But yeah, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to play. Sucker. Kane's resting in my lap now. Yeah, AVGN game. I beat that one too. I'd say Cuphead's a little bit harder, but I mean, it's that same style of game. Like, it's definitely a lot of memorization. It's a lot of like, not precise shooting, but it's a lot of shooting. But yeah. Speaking of AVGN game, I gotta see when my game is coming in, because I bought the physical version off Limited Run. They usually take a couple of months, so I gotta see when they were supposed to send that out. But yeah, Cuphead is way harder than AVGN game. I would say watch gameplay of Cuphead. Yeah, you bought that too, yeah. Did you buy which version did you buy? I bought the PlayStation 4 version because that's what I like to play on. No, they didn't say anything about Breath of the Wild 2. I imagine they're gonna wait for that on E3 in June. Hey Tyrion, you wanna get down? If they did say anything, it would have just been the title. But I think they're gonna wait for E3 for Breath of the Wild 2. don't remember. Yeah. Well, maybe it'll, maybe we'll... but yeah, I grabbed the PS4 version, but maybe I'll get lucky and be able to get the Switch version cheap like I got with Scott Pilgrim. Want to get down? Oh. Trying to decide what Tyrion wants to do. Jumped on his own. Yeah, the new Mario Kart 8 courses look really, really cool. Got them on Switch. I downloaded it nice and cheap. That's good. It was funny because I was just about to buy them on PlayStation 4 when James was like, "Oh, we're doing a physical version through limited run." I'm like, "Well, gonna wait on that now." Yeah, so they're adding more courses. They're gonna have a total of 48 courses in 6 waves, so 8 courses starting in March all the way to the end of 2023. Kind of wish they were adding more characters too, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and they're gonna take it from all the Mario Karts, including the mobile game. All right, cool. All right, so let's see. We'll do a mid-ether. We'll just do one. We can just do mid-ethers. Yeah, so the courses are usually they announced all the courses were $25, except because we have the expanded pass. We get it as included in there. Yeah, the Switch Online plus expansion pack. You need a better name. Switch Online and Switch Online Plus or something. So the first pack comes out March 18th, which I plan on, since it's a Friday, I'm going to stream it. I want to do a Fan Friday with that game, where anybody who's watching can just come on in and join the game. I think that'll be fun. Right, I don't have 200 hours per game. Yeah, I only have I have Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on Switch, so Definitive Edition, and then I have Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I don't have Part 2 or the expansion. Yeah, I know, right? I need to play Earthbound. I hear it's amazing, so they say it's the best RPG on the Super Nintendo, which is saying quite a bit. Because you got this game, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI, Mario RPG, Secret of Mana, Lufia 2. What else do you have? Breath of Fire 2. Which, except for the bad translation, is a really good game. I think it's the only first-party RPG on the SNES. Because Mario RPG is technically Square, because it's Square Nintendo co-branded. And Zelda's an action RPG, not a JRPG. Or some people also call it action adventure. Yeah, that's why. That's fair. Oh, I'm out of magic. Okay, well, she's dead, so... Oh, you got the new Ghostbusters movie? I told Dad that I added it to mine. I don't know if he watched it yet, but I told him he can watch it on my Voodoo. Oh, Nathan hasn't seen it either. Okay, I thought he... Oh, who? You took Justin, or Justin went with you, right? Yeah, I know Dad hadn't seen it, but I told him last week when I got it that I got it, so he can watch it. I definitely want to watch it again. It was a really good movie. Yeah, that's the one I got. With J-Town, yeah. Yeah, in theaters, everything was fine with the world. I would have gone to see it. My friends went to go see it, and I probably could have gone with them and been safe and fine. Because they went to the same place we saw Spider-Man, and they said there was less people in the theater. I would have been fine going to that one. But I would have loved it in the theater. It was such a good one. I'm letting Nathan my PS4 since his Xbox One doesn't take disc anymore. Yeah, because the PlayStation 4 can do Blu-ray. Can't do 4K though. Which is why I never got a PS4 Pro. If the PS4 Pro did 4K, I would have got one. But I have my PS5 now, so I'm good. No, that's not who I wanted to kill. Need your Xbox One. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Yeah, because it didn't take disc, probably. No, not that. All right. Later, Nathan. Have a good night. Tell Maddie to stop going wild. But see ya. Yeah, she is crazy. Oops. Oh, did you see, Sajiro, that the Obi-Wan show starts May 25th? What's wrong? What's going on? Tell me. Yeah, they announced it today. They announced it like right before Nintendo Direct, which they're not in competition with each other. There's just a lot of crossover, but the poster looked really cool. Like March 25th. Yeah, they announced that a while back that Hayden Christensen's also so he's gonna be in the Obi-Wan show, but he's also gonna be in the Ahsoka show. But in Obi-Wan, he's gonna be Darth Vader. In Ahsoka, he's gonna be Anakin. I think he's gonna show up as a Force ghost. Maybe flashbacks, I don't know, we'll see, but definitely Force ghost stuff. Yeah, there's no date on Ahsoka though, but I think next year they said, but I don't remember. It would make sense that it's next year. Because we've got, so Boba Fett just ended, and we got, I'm surprised there's nothing between now and Moon Knight. You'd think there'd be enough time. Because then it's Moon Knight, then Obi-Wan. Let me see. Did you see the video that Square put out for the Final Fantasy VI digital or pixel remake? Oh, really? Oh, no. So, those of you not in chat, so it says, just read Bob Saget died from head trauma. He hit his head on something and went to sleep. Just goes to show, if you hit your head on something, don't go to sleep. Read it on Yahoo News, okay. Let's see here. Disney Plus schedule 2022. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, they're maybe the Proud Family is what they're putting in between. I don't know. That was an accident. He didn't think much of it. Yet still. I mean, I get it, but still. Yeah, I'm not sure how they got it either. So yeah, going back, they showed the pixel remastered beginning of Final Fantasy VI, where they're walking to Narsh in the Magitech armor. Looks really good. I'm thinking that if, like, in 6 months they haven't said that they're releasing it on console, I'm just gonna buy it on Steam, or buy them all on Steam. Well, once the sale comes on, though, then. Yeah, I've heard good things about the other Pixel Remastered. What am I on? Wow. I gained another 5 levels, just sitting here talking to you guys. Yeah, I'll definitely pick them up on sale in a bundle. I've heard rumors that they're going to release them on console. What I've heard is that they're gonna. This is also the plan before Final Fantasy VI got delayed, but I mean, well, it's only a couple months, so it's not going to change that much. God, I gotta put away my food. Probably do that in a little bit. The plan is that they're going to release all 6, and then in probably around E3, they'll announce the console version, the console bundle. But that's kind of the rumor going around. Yeah, sorry this is kind of boring, guys, but that's what grinding is. Not fun. Or at least usually it's not fun. I'll try to do more offline grinding, but I just hadn't the last couple of weeks. I've been fighting with my capture card and having to set up my new stream layout and all that. So it's been hard to try to find time to, you know, sit and grind like this. I mean, it's not completely mindless, just a little. Yeah, still my 1 HP. Yeah, I'd also like to do the Final Fantasy games on stream. Of course, those games take forever. At least most of them do. I'm talking at least 50 hours, 30 to 50 hours for the early games, and then 50 to 75 plus for the rest of them. Plus, you have to go through the bad games like 2, the original version of 7 and 10. I heard the international version of 10 has a lot more fun stuff to do, but it's still 10, so. I also think it's funny that, or interesting that, if the pixel remasters come out on, well, realistically, almost any console, that everything but 13 will have been re-released. Yeah, there's only 1 through 6, but like PlayStation 4 and Switch have 7, 8 remastered, 9, and then the remasters of 10 and 12. But like PS4, let's just say that they get the pixel remastered. They'll have the pixel remastered 1 through 6. They'll have 7, the 7 remake. They'll have 8 remastered. They have 9. They have 10, 10-2 remastered. They don't have 11, because I think that was PlayStation 2 only. They have 12. They don't have any of the 13. 14 and 15 and possibly 16. I don't know if 16 is going to be a PS5 only game. But yeah, if you had a PS4, you can play, and assuming they get the pixel remasters, you can play everything but 13, 13.2, 13 Lightning. 8 got remastered, 9 just got released as the PC version, much like 7. The original version of 7, at least. 13's on Game Pass. Yeah, it's the 360 version, though. I mean, like a complete remaster. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, they probably up-resed it. I'm not saying they didn't, I'm just saying it's not like a new version. Because they haven't done anything to 13, any of the 13 games. Like on PlayStation, the only way to play the 13 games is on a PS3. It's not on PS4. Where am I at? I'm good. Oh yeah, Sajiro, I know it's older news, but what do you think of Sony buying Bungie? I need to go Chrono after this fight. Meh. Okay. What up, Ghetto? How's it going? Meh. I think it's an interesting buy, honestly. Yeah. I do not disagree. I agree with you. Xbox buying Blizzard is more shocking. But I'm interested to see what Sony does with Bungie. They said that they're going to keep them a separate company. Well, they're going to be under the Sony umbrella, but they're going to be releasing more live service games and multi-platform games. Well, yeah, they only have Destiny and Destiny 2, but obviously they worked on Halo. But they have the infrastructure to do multi-platform live games, which Sony has been wanting to do, so it's kind of a way to shortcut to that. Which is why they paid, like, what, $3 billion for them? Which a lot of people said was, say is overpriced. What up, King Brain? Is that me, King Brain? I mean, okay. I don't know about Krang, but because he really wasn't a king, he was more of a conqueror, but I guess a king. Neo Krang wants to be called that. Okay. But how's it going, Ghetto? How have you been? It's been a while. I think it was $3 billion. Let me see. Yeah, 3.6 billion for Bungie. That's what they paid. Sounds like a lot. Yeah, it's definitely wasn't cheap. And like I said, a lot of people said they overpaid, but they're not buying Bungie for Destiny. See, if they bought Bungie for Destiny, then they overpaid. But if you buy Bungie for what the infrastructure they have and what they can do, then I mean, they still paid a lot. I'm not saying they didn't, but they don't have to learn from those mistakes. They already have a company that has the people that already learned from those mistakes. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I haven't heard in a while because obviously at this point it's just, you know, normal arbitration stuff, but the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal may not go through. The FTC may block it, which that would be really interesting if they did that. And in what a lot of because Microsoft will own a lot of studios, and I mean, between them and Bethesda and Activision and Blizzard, that's a lot of big gaming companies under one umbrella. So it might be considered a monopoly. Not based on market size, because market size are like 10% total, but it's more studio size. I'm doing pretty good. Need to heal her up real quick. Yeah, I'm doing good. January was a little rough on the streaming because I kept running into issues, but I got them all straightened out. Yes, take my 0 magic points. Well, the other thing is that the people in charge of the FTC, they they're trying to gather a lot more information through other acquisitions. Because in most cases, they just kind of let them go through like the Disney acquisition of 20th Century, Comcast buying NBC, Microsoft Bethesda and all that. So they kind of, the FTC might want to like kind of pull back on all that and kind of rethink all of it. How am I so smart? I don't know, I just am. Keep up to date with things, kind of. Also, my previous job was to kind of know what's been going on in the business. And being around that business for like 20 years, you kind of get a feel about things. I don't know every single in and out, but I've seen a lot of mergers and acquisitions and all that, and know all the pitfalls and everything that can happen. Fuck with me a little. I figured, but yeah, I've been through quite a few. I've seen quite a few mergers when it comes to entertainment. So it's. I mean, most of the time they're kind of the same. Yeah. I even though I'm no longer in that industry, technically, I still keep up to date because it's always good to have that in your back pocket in case something happens or you need a reference back to something, especially. Because in my new job, I mean, mergers do happen, but they're not as groundbreaking or as important. Like two small phone companies merging together isn't at the same scale as like Disney and 20th Century Fox merging. And most of the time when something says merging, it's usually one business buying the other. It's not really a merger. It's one buying the other and absorbing it. How's everything going on your end, Ghetto? Everything going well with you guys, with you and everyone else? Also, I know this is kind of boring just going back and forth, but I'm just grinding right now and hanging out with everybody. We're talking about the Nintendo Direct that happened earlier today, so I figured, you know, just kind of have like a laid-back stream where we're just grinding for levels and talking about stuff. You're chilling? Awesome. Oops, inventory. There we go. Keeping the vibe strong, yeah. Ghetto wants Kirby. I mean, this Kirby does look kind of fun. The Kirby sucking up a car and basically becoming a car cover was really funny. That's good that you're keeping the vibe strong, though. Oh, also, Ghetto, you missed the puppies. Both Tyrion and Thorin came by to say hi. Last one was fun, but was it that Epic Yarn or something? Or is that a different one? Kirby's Adventure on the NES is always fun. And I think it's Superstar Saga, the one with all the minigames. That one's fun too. Oh, there's one after that? Okay. Yeah, I'm not up to date on all the Kirby games. I mean, like I said, I played a few, but I don't play them all. Oh, is that the one, the Forgotten Lands? Or, no, this one's the Forgotten Lands. Like Return to Dreamland or something, I think. Yeah, it was Thorin time and it was Tyrion time. They were both up here. Yeah, Thorin doesn't stay too long. Tyrion stayed for a bit longer. Kirby Star Allies, okay, that's what it was. Return to Dreamland, I think was on the Wii or something. Or the Wii U one. Was there a Wii U one? I don't remember. Okay, the 4-player game for Switch. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead. In the mid-ocean. What did they taste like? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Probably need to heal Chrono. Yeah, let's just go ahead and heal him. Haha, they stole nothing. Like a warm beach. What? I guess. I don't know if I don't know. But Thorin really likes to give kisses all the time, so. All right, Sajo, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. What kind of emote is that? Interesting emote, ghetto. What? Okay, whatever. Whatevs. Bye. Okay, peace out. I need to add some more bye sounds for my soundboard. Alright, well, I'm getting some more HP after this fight. It's the cursed emote. Yeah, yeah. Seeing who did that one. It's your all-time favorite emote? Cool. Let's see. This is Chrono Trigger. So it originally came out on the Super Nintendo, but I'm playing the Steam version. And I already beat the game, but this game has a new game plus. So what I'm doing is, just to make it easier, is to get everyone, because there's 7 characters in this game, and I'm getting all of them up to level 100. I was trying to do it offline, but I just been running into so many different problems with my computer or with the stream, or I've been busy cleaning and doing some other projects that I haven't had time to really grind for levels, and I really didn't have any plans for tonight, so I just figured let's just sit back, talk about the Nintendo Direct and anything else that comes up, and just grind a little bit. And so far I gained 15 levels tonight, and I've been playing for about almost 2 hours. But as far as the game, it's Chrono Trigger. It's one of the greatest games ever made. It's Nathan's favorite game of all time. It's my second favorite game of all time, and Sajiro says it's up there for him. So it's a lot of fun. I know it seems kind of boring, but we're grinding right now. Grinding's never fun to watch. So what games have you been playing lately? When do I fight the Elite Four? That's Pokemon. That's a different game. I think you're looking for the Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus streams. This is a different game. But if it's anything like the other games, you usually fight the Elite Four at the end of the regular game. Stop stealing my magic! It Takes Two. I've heard good things about that game. Is it fun? Dated Decay 2, it's okay, I guess, but Takes Two's best game ever? Wow. That's a tall order to say, or that's a very big thing to say that it's the best game ever. I mean, everyone has a different opinion of best game ever, but I've heard good things about It Takes Two. Can you play the game single player, or is it just 2 players? I mean, I know the point is to play it with 2 people. Another game I've been playing is Hades. I've been playing that on and off on stream, and that game's a lot of fun. Dude, had a ton of fun. Definitely a great couples game. Yeah, Tiff and I don't usually play games together that much. She usually plays Final Fantasy 14 most of the time. and I usually just kind of play whatever is in my game library next. I have no idea if you can play it solo. Definitely made for 2 people. Yeah, I know that a lot of people are like, yeah, it's better with 2 people, so I don't know if you can play solo. Maybe you can. But I'm glad you guys have fun with it. That's really cool. Yeah, the next game I'm looking forward to is Horizon Zero Dawn. That comes out next Friday, so I'm super excited for that one. But a lot of good games have come out recently. Sifu looks like that's a lot of fun. I want to get that one eventually. It's a very interesting premise. And then Pokemon came out, and this one also came out. Oh, Dying Light 2 also came out. People are having fun with that one. And then Elden Ring, I think, is the week after Horizon. I know a lot of people who are super hyped for that one. Alright, do I need anything? Not really. I'm good. I'm gonna grab out. Keep you later. Alright, Ghetto, have a fantastic night. Thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you next time, and tell Aubrey I said hello, and hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys next time. I hope the food is really good, too. Hope whatever you got is good. Alright, let's get some more magic. And some more. Okay. All right. All right, so I'll be on for probably another 30 or so minutes. Probably get to, see, what am I at, like almost 70? Probably get to about 75. If I get to level 75, I'll call it a night. Let's see where I'm at right now. 69. I even have it. Come on.
Nice. 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 Nice.
69. Speaking of that, I need to check something real quick. I want to check to see if this works. Because I'm trying something, and I just want to see if this works. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Oh well. Alright. Good to know. Make sure this whole one works though. Check. Okay, those ones work. Just the new one that doesn't. Okay. Yeah, let's help Chrono just a bit. Or magic after this fight. So, got about 6 more levels to do tonight, and then we'll call it a night. So we'll stay until about 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time, or when I hit level 75, whichever comes first. And of course, I'll send you off to somewhere. Don't know where yet. We'll figure it out. Thanks. Still got some time. Maybe next time I'll, I decide to do another grinding stream. Maybe I'll do some Stream Raiders or something. So let's see, I was about 53 when I started. If I get to 75, it's about 22 levels. And if I started a little bit early, I probably could have gotten about 25 levels per 3 hours. So I'm gonna say about 8 to 9 levels an hour. It's not terrible. So I'll need at least another 3 or so hours. But then I do have one other person that won't. Okay. Can't have them by themselves. Sorry, I'm trying to do some math in my head. So it takes me about 3 hours to get 3 characters to level 100. Maybe, let's just say 4 hours. 4 hours to level 100. And then maybe another 4 hours to get 3 more to 100, and then I have 1 more left. I'm just trying to navigate that. Maybe doing Chrono wasn't the best idea, but because let's see, oh, they're gaining levels too. Okay, well then I don't have to worry about that. I was unaware that they gained levels while standing around. That's really cool. That makes this whole thing easier. And it's not 3 hours, it's 6 hours. Hey. Hi, Thorin. I think it's gonna be Thorin time again. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Alright, so there. And a high potion. I wonder how much money I have. I'll check after this fight. I almost gained all the money back of everything I bought. I'm at 25 grand. Come on, there we go. All right. Oh, there's a magic on this one. Go. So this Friday, or the next stream is the Friday stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want to do another grinding stream, but maybe. Could always do more Hades. I could do a Link to the Past randomizer seed. Done one of those on stream in a while. Let's just go ahead and heal. It'll be max level, but it'll be alright. What else could I do? Next week. So Monday next week will be Overwatch, because it'll be the last day of the Chinese New Year event, and I want to get those 9 wins. Speaking of which, I got my wins last night, so... Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. So I won't be doing Overwatch this week. I already got them, but I will do them next Monday, and I think it should be no limit, so it'll be semi-quick. And it'll only be for the 9 wins, so... Should be good there. Wednesday, I can probably do Hades. And Friday, I'm gonna do Horizon Forbidden West. I don't know if I'm gonna play the entire game on stream. But we'll see. Because if it's anything like the first game, I'm gonna do all the side missions. And, it might be as bad as boring as this. But I mean, at least it'll be a side mission stuff. But between the DLC and the game and pretty much 100%ing the game, it took me like 80 hours. And I don't want to, if I do streams for like 3 hours each, it's going to be like 3 months worth of content. And I don't want to play the game. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but... I mean, like with Jedi Fallen Order, I wanted to keep playing that game, but I wanted to do it on stream. Luckily, it was a shorter game, and that's the only thing. The only other thing I can think of is maybe I just do no camera, no mic streams, where you just see the gameplay, so you can still see me play the game. But for me, it'll be mostly relaxed. Just kind of doing my thing on the couch, just hanging out and playing the game. We'll see. maybe maybe on Friday I'll try to come on a little bit earlier and maybe stay a little bit later. I don't know if it'll be 6 hours, but maybe like 4 or 5 hours. Just gotta eat earlier. Oh crap. Forgot to get the magic from... It's alright, we got it. And of course they steal right when I get it. Let's see who's on right now. God, my computer's running slow at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, Darling's on. Lindsay's on. Disby. We haven't rated Disby in a while, but she's doing GTA RP, so. Pixel's on. Maybe we'll do Pixelicious. We'll see. We'll see if she's still on when I finish up. Let's see who else is playing Chrono Trigger. Help if I spelled it right. Alright, let's see here. No, not Chrono Cross. Chrono Trigger. Superior game. Only a couple people are. 100% glitchless. Someone's doing that. That might be kind of cool to go to. Agus's Castle and Beyond. Alright, yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Only 19 viewers watching Chrono Trigger right now. Kind of interesting. I think you guys were being some of those. Oh, I'm out of magic. Okay. Oh. I need some magic or some life. Yes, stuff from somebody who doesn't have magic. Thank you. Oh, Pixelicious is no longer online, so we gotta go somewhere else. This was Luca. Alright. Come on. This game's starting to run so slow now. All right, here we go. Okay, that was 71. Nice. Oh, she out of magic. There we go. It needs to get some life, but I'll give it to her after this. Inventory. There we go. Where am I at? Still 71. No, that's... Okay, here we go. Maybe they still gain levels, just not as fast. And that's fine. Alright, there we go. Man, Luca got nailed on, so I need to heal her again. Alright. It'll be fine. So, how is everyone else's night doing? Oops. Yeah, it's okay. I have 80 high potions. I'll be fine. I can always go out of here and buy some more. But how's everyone's night going? Hopefully it's going well. Hopefully your week has been going well, too. Wish this was a little bit more exciting, but it's just level grinding, so it is what it is, but still fine. Started at 53. We're almost to 72, going on to 75. Before we call it a night, or in 15 minutes we call it a night. And that's all the magic I have. So, gotta refill it real quick. So once I get to level 100, I'm gonna go through the Black Omen in 1600 and 12,000 BC, so I can finish out some equipment stuff. Then at that point, you know, I'll do some more New Game Plus stuff. I'll do the 2 vortexes or all the vortexes that have opened up. I know there's one 1600, one in 12,000. I know there's one in 6 million BC. Then I'll start the actual New Game Plus, and then get all the endings, and then we'll call Chrono Trigger done. And we'll probably get to it before Chrono Cross comes out, but I have no plans on buying Chrono Cross the day it comes out. But we'll see. Of course, if you guys do want me to play Chrono Cross, give you the thoughts of why I don't enjoy the game that much, I'm more than happy to do that. I mean, it has been a while, but it'd be interesting to go through Radical Dreamers since I've never been through it. Since it's never been outside the US or outside of Japan until now. All right, that's 72. Okay, cool. Yeah, also for weekend streams, I don't know if I'll be able to do them anytime soon. Maybe this Sunday I can do one. But let me see how Saturday goes through, since we're gonna be putting in the some more Ethernet cable in my house, but it's gonna be the hardest one to go through. Since we need to go through a couple walls and all that, not just a single one. Other weekends I'll try, but I probably won't have any available Sundays for sure until probably like April. So weekend streams might have to wait a couple months. Also, if you're new here and you are enjoying this content, I definitely would appreciate a follow. It doesn't cost you anything, it'll let you know when I'm online. Not a magic. Plus you get to see what I'm playing and if it might interest you, because I do play a lot of different games. Of course, right after I get my magic beast still. I play everything from Nintendo all the way up to now. Obviously, this is a SNES game. We also talk about other things: entertainment, movies, TV shows, other video games, news, video game news, entertainment news, things like that. Also, just a fun place to hang out. Just have some fun. At least that's what I would like this. That's what I like to have this stream to be. Love hanging out with you guys, love interacting, chatting it away. Any thoughts and feelings on different things. Good, bad, or in between. Plus, you might see some puppies every once in a while. Like tonight, you saw Tyrion and Thorn. Oh wait, the Sunday is... Today's Puppy Bowl. Never mind. I don't think this weekend will happen then. Maybe later on at night. We'll see. See how things I promise next time when we play Chrono Trigger, it probably won't be a grinding stream. I should have waited until after the fight. Oh well. Okay. It'll be fine. It's fine. Because of course they're gonna steal it from Chrono because I just refilled it. Oh, you assholes. Okay. Good thing I bought 99 of these things. Also, if you're wondering why I'm grinding in this location as opposed to any other location, the only other... No, he's dead. No, magic for flare. Okay, we'll be fine. The only other location that most people say is a good, a good spot to level grind is in the robot facility as post game, or I shouldn't say post game. I should say once you get to near the end of the game where you can do all the end game side missions. But I already beat it, and once you beat it, it closes itself off from you. But so, because on the conveyor belt you fight like 3 fights or something, and it's what a lot of people use, but this one is a little bit quicker from what I've read. As long as you don't have your main character die. And I mean, it's kind of working. And I gained about 53 to almost, let's just say 73. 20 levels in about 2.5, 3 hours. It's not too bad. Considering I also did exit, leave, get some items, and come back. So did anybody else watch the Nintendo Direct today? And if so, what were your feelings on it? Like it? Not like it? Or did you only like certain things? Or the certain things you didn't like? Let me know. I'm interested to see what other people think. Like, I know my tastes, and I know Sajiro's tastes, I know Nate and my brother Nathan's tastes. I know the tastes of some of my friends. That doesn't mean that everyone's the same. Be interested to see what other people take on it. I don't think there's necessarily any bad games that came out, but I mean, obviously you can't please everybody 100% of the time. Like, there's people who don't like Kirby games. That's fine. People who don't like Mario Kart. That's also fine. But I think overall, a lot of people did like it, but that doesn't mean everyone did. Alright, I think I'll go for about another 5 minutes. Just take us to 11:30. And I'll go down to the save point, use the shelter and save, and then call it a night and see who else is online. You guys over to someone. It'll be about 20 levels, yeah. Hold on. Oh, they're gonna get 73 right now. Let's see, another 3 hours will get me to the 90s, and then another level, or another hour or so will get me to 100. So about another 4 more hours. And then I'll have to get everyone else up. I think they're gaining like 50 to 75% of experience. That'll be kind of fun to get someone else in here next time. Of course, you guys won't see it because I'll be doing it on my own. Unless you guys like this. And I don't mind doing grinding streams. It'll just be this back and forth, but maybe with different characters in the end. But if you guys do like this content, let me know and do another laid-back grinding stream in the future. That way I can just do it on stream and not have to, you know, do it myself. Totally okay doing that. I don't think there's any relics or anything that increases experience points, though. There goes all his H or MP. Alright, let's see who else. Trigger stuff. Anybody joined in or what? What's going on? Oh, it's just the same people. That's fine. Okay, there's Luca's level. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start heading to the, Oh, crap. I'm gonna die. Well, I mean, not in this battle. Let's go ahead and get to the save point so that way we can get to, calling it a night here. I thought I turned off auto. Oh, well, he's gonna be fine. It's fine. Yeah, he would have been dead if I didn't heal him. Oh god, now he's really gonna be dead. I don't heal him. Be fine though. We got this fight. In the auto this one. I think it's the one where they're all close together that we got to worry about. I love the reactions when they miss. The crits always hit. It's this one I need to manually target. There we go. Good shot. There we go. There's a crit. What? That didn't kill him? That didn't kill him too? Oh my god, how much life does this guy have? Oh, he's dead anyway. Boy, that third one took forever. Alright, so inventory. Let's wait, hold on. I want to check something real quick. How much experience did that get me? Because this one might be quicker. I mean, it's a one-shot thing. I don't have to worry about losing magic to some goblin thingy. Okay, it's about the same. So maybe this spot is better because there's also a save point right here. Alright, let's save. Alright, cool. Let me just double check. Complete. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, that's gonna do it for tonight. And yeah, we did got a lot of grinding done. It's got 20 levels. I think we're just gonna stay in that location though. That might be the best place actually. We'll see. I'll double check. But I probably need to charge this up. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. And you know, watching for as long as you watched. Greatly appreciated it. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna head you on over to Lindsay. What is she playing? Lost Ark. Yeah, she's playing Lost Ark. We'll do that. All right, guys. So, again, thank you so much for hanging out and for watching me, you know, just go back and forth, killing things, grinding for levels, and also your thoughts on Nintendo Direct. So, Nathan Sin, Ghetto and Sajiro, thanks so much for hanging out, and everyone else. I hope everyone has a fantastic, wonderful night. And I will see you guys next time. So, be safe, stay healthy, and until Friday, take care and be safe out there. Bye.